Welcome to another installment of Playoffs or Bust, and today we are going to discuss a team I was very critical of before, and that is the Denver Nuggets. Now, I've recently had a change of heart on this team, and that's because of I felt as though I was being too narrow on my top three teams being the only contenders in the West, when in actuality there are a lot of great teams and a lot of circumstances can change any of that. So I've broadened it up. In the Western Conference, I feel like you can go about 6 deep. You might be able to go the entire conference depending upon injuries and just who clicks. But I think that originally I had the Nuggets as the 4 seed, which was out of my top 3 contenders. I had the Mavericks a little higher, but I forgot Kristaps Porzingis was actually hurt. So I'm gonna move the Mavs back and I'll move the Nuggets up. Now I have them as my my 3rd seed in the Western Conference Finals. Now, a lot of things that I was critical of them for is like losing Jeremy Grant. Now, a lot of fans were definitely saying that he wasn't that valuable into the postseason in a few games, but to me, whenever you hit your stride, it does not matter. Like, I don't remember Jamal Murray really getting into his bag into the playoffs the year before last. That's when he really emerged like, all right, I'm a superstar as well, because we just thought it was solely Joker and potential in Murray. But whenever that superstar decides to go ahead and get in a bag and then go from there and they show that consistency, then yeah. Will Jeremy Grant be consistent this year? I don't know, we'll see. But as far as where he left off in the bubble, he was definitely balling, and that's an underrated loss. Now, Mason Plumlee is also a guy that when you lose him, you lose he's not a starter by any means, but he's a good energy guy off the bench. Getting you 7 points and 5 rebounds and a couple assists off the bench, playing under 20 minutes, that's always solid production. I just need a guy to get in here and get some rebounds and kick out to the open man if you get an offensive rebound, or go back up with it. You always want that on your squad. Now, JaMychal Green is definitely a solid replacement. He was balling last year with the Clippers, and I think he'll do the same with the Nuggets. And I think that Will Barton, if he comes back great, I think they'll be fine. Because I think the defensive end was where they struggled at. So when you get Will and then you have Green, put them together, you have your defense to pretty much hide. You can pretty much hide Jamal Murray because he's not crazy on defense. But just looking at where they are now, it's dope. Now, I'm not 100% sold on Bol Bol. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I think he'll be good, but I'm not putting that pressure on him to be great right now. I think he's a project player. I mean, he does a lot of things well, but you have to let these players get their NBA body ready. Like, right now, he's like Brandon Ingram when he first came in. He's super skinny. He's really tall, but he's really skinny. And he'll cook people on the perimeter, but also with his position, it's players that'll just back him down and do what they need to do. He is tall and has a long wingspan, but if you got athleticism, you're going over him anyway, so it doesn't matter. And Michael Porter Jr. That's one of the questions about Bol Bol and Michael Porter Jr. is, will their health hold up? And I think that's a very important question that needs to be answered, because if his health doesn't hold up, he's an important piece to that offensive production of these Nuggets now. Like, he proved himself in the bubble, so from this point forward, he's probably the 3rd option consistently. So especially he'll be one of the leading options once Murray sits out or Joker sits out. He's going to be asked to get buckets. And if he's not on the floor, none of that matters. So as I always say, for a superstar, your best ability is availability. So I think that just chemistry alone will lead the Nuggets to the 3rd seed. There is a lot of question marks with them. I think they probably will get bounced out because last season in the bubble, they definitely could have got bounced out in that first round. If it was a healthy Jazz team, they probably would have got bounced up out of there. But I mean, it played out the way that they did, and they was cooking. So they made it to the Western Conference Finals, and they almost made the finals. So we'll see if they can build upon that now. But that's pretty much my thoughts on the Nuggets. I think they are definitely a contender, and I've definitely had a change of heart on them. I'll be watching them with a more close eye now. Like I want to see the development of Bol Bol and Michael Porter Jr. in particular. So we'll see what's up their sleeve. We'll see where they land this season. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Stay blessed.